Shedeur Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes get absolutely smoked against BYU. I don't know what everybody's watching, ESPN analysts, the guys that called this game, during the course of the game. Shedeur played absolutely horrible. And the announcer says, I know who would be the first quarterback off my board. We're talking about the first overall pick in the NFL draft. And we have so-called experts that think that Shedeur Sanders should be the first overall pick in the NFL draft. Let that sink in. This whole, just because he's Dion's kid doesn't mean he's a great football player. Shedeur Sanders is a third-round pick. Shiloh, he's between a 6th and 7th round and a priority free agent. These aren't top-notch college players. They're not. It doesn't matter. Dion can bring in rappers, celebrities, this one, that one. It's not going to change the fact they're not their father. They don't have this type of talent. Shedeur got smoked by the BYU defense. Absolutely, he played horrible. He looked like Tim Tebow back there, running around backwards. At one point, he takes a 23-yard sack for a loss, doesn't throw the ball away, and the team is out of field goal range. He was horrible. Horrible. What more tape do you need to see? The number one overall pick in a draft, no matter who they're playing, no matter how bad of a team they're on, they elevate their team. Remember when Dan Marino was at Pitt? How much better he made Pitt? Do you remember that? Shedeur doesn't elevate his team. Going into last year's draft, I couldn't stand Caleb Williams. I thought he was going to be a bust because of his attitude. Now, Shedeur he's a little bit of a diva. Nobody's in that stratosphere. From a talent perspective, Shedeur Sanders is not even Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams has been a bust. I would literally take every single quarterback in the SEC over Shedeur Sanders. And if Shedeur played in the SEC, they might win one game against Vanderbilt, and they might even have beat Vanderbilt. Let's watch these highlights against BYU. Excuse me.
Big 12 conference.
Oh, God.
Moments ago.
It's just a bet. Look, no matter if you coach your sons at any level, Pop Warner, it's always a bad look. Never mind at this level. It's just, it gets exhausting after a while. And then Dion, if you draft my son, you better do this. If you draft Travis Hunter, you better do this. Who the F are you? Who the F are you? You're not the owner of the effing team, Dion. You're not the owner of a team. You don't tell the team, hey, by the way, if you don't do this, don't draft my son or don't draft Travis Hunter. Who the F are you? F you. I can't stand this attitude that the Sanders family thinks that they're bigger than the game, that they're bigger than the NFL. Shut the F up. How about be grateful where you get drafted, shut the F up, and do what you're told. Just like all the other 55 guys in the NFL on the team.
Dion Sanders with son Shedeur and Shiloh. This is something he does before every game. Guess I got to coach a game. Past the 30. They throw it a ton. They rush for only 70 yards a game. Last in the country.
Holding on to the ball forever.
Trouble. Steps up, flag down, and Sanders gets crunched. Now to hustle, the play clock winding down. Sanders
holding on to the ball forever again.
Stepping up and hits Corn. He's short, though. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's my biggest knock on him also. He holds on to the ball forever. This is a BYU defense. This isn't an SEC defense. Never mind the NFL defense. How long do you think you got to hold on to the football before you can get rid of it? He holds on to the ball all day long.
And a pass play on 4th down. Sanders feeling the pressure and throwing behind Will Shepherd, the intended target, incomplete. A turnover on downs. BYU will take over.
And Shiloh, when have you seen Shiloh make a huge play week in and week? Wait, they want you to, the Sanders family and the NFL analysts, Ryan Clark and the rest of the clown show, they want you to believe that these guys are some like playmakers on both sides of the ball, and every week they just ball out and they make such huge plays for their team. When? Where? Tell me when. Show me, because I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I see occasional glimpses, just like every other player in college football. But if you're predicted to be the #1 overall pick in the draft, and a draft pick like Shiloh, I hear a lot of people, oh, he should go in the 3rd round, 2nd round. Based off of what? Like, what are you watching? Because he made a tackle 20 yards downfield?
Sanders.
Oh, look at that. Held onto the ball again.
10-yard line by Taggart. Times in 2 years as the Colorado quarterback. They get some pressure on him again. He dumps it off the back. He gets hammered at the 11-yard line. Big hit by Mark Collins. 3rd down and 5.
One Mississippi,
pressure off the edge from Batty. Sanders has a ton of green in front of him. And pushed out at the 45. There is going to be on Colorado.
Formations, offense, 5 or more players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
3rd pre-snap penalty already offensively. 7. And they come after with a corner blitz. Sanders stepping up and firing complete. Breaking a tackle is Travis Hunter. Turning on the Jets. My goodness. Hunter past the 20. And out of bounds at about the 10. Most guys would have been tackled as soon as he caught the ball.
Be less on the offensive side, but what a marvelous talent that we've seen the last 2 years of Colorado.
Sanders on 3rd and 3 in trouble. Batty back there. Sanders.
It's Tim Tebow-ish. Loses 24 yards on the play.
28-yard line.
Horrible.
Logan Latui on the tackle. Batty was there first, and they might even be out of field goal range at this point. Look at the numbers for Sanders. Pressure up the middle and trouble again.
Sacked again.
And the ball comes out.
And the ball comes out.
Ball, still loose.
Yeah, it looks like a #1 draft pick so far. Looks like a high school quarterback.
Wide open as DeMooney, almost untouched, gets to Shedeur Sanders. My question is, did he throw? Does his knee go down before this ball comes out?
Looks like it. Looks
at the line of scrimmage right here on this 3rd down.
4-down territory for Colorado. Sanders flushed out of the pocket again. Hit as he throws downfield. And the catch is made. Travis Hunter. Juking. Score.
It's the 3rd quarter with 6 minutes left, and they finally get into the end zone. What has Shedeur done to elevate his team?
Year for Hunter.
1 touchdown pass against BYU in the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Batty again moving to his right. He's going to get hit as he's thrown. Watch him layer this pass over the outstretched arm of Isaiah Glasper. I don't know if there's anybody better.
Oh, give me a break, Dion. I don't think there's anybody better. There's a whole league full of guys that are better. The whole SEC is better than Shedeur.
Filmed together, really good discussion, and just a reminder, the leadership on this BYU team.
Holding on to the ball forever.
Flag down, Sanders, dangerous.
And throws a pick.
And intercepted. Isaiah Glasper with a heck of a pick. And
it's an interception. Holding offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. 1st down, BYU.
What that range. Long linebacker dropping into zone coverage.
Running backwards and throws the ball up in the air for an interception. Yeah, it looks like a 1st-round pick.
On the ground, bringing that in.
As a Major League Baseball player, some say the greatest athlete of all time, him or Bo Jackson.
Still talking about Dion like he's playing.
And down to about the 12.
33-7.
Down 33-7.
Got smoked.
Try to add to the lead. 31-yard try. And it's good. It's now 36-7 BYU.
All these players, just a lot of surprises here throughout this.
12 for 18 for 124 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
And delivers a
That's
beautiful
first
football
round
that time
material
to Western.
playing against BYU. Forget first round, the first overall pick.
Bouncing around
How long
the
you going to hold
pocket.
on to the ball for?
And finally coming free is Hayden. And he gets a first down. Stays in bounds. They finally get him out of play at about the 27-yard line. Sanders. It's caught inside the 5.
Yeah.
By
Down by
Western.
40 points.
They're playing their final games today in a BYU uniform.
Acting like an idiot after the play. Go figure.
Sanders dumps it off for a touchdown. Nice play. Hitting Smalls.
That pass
for
definitely
Sanders
makes
today.
you the first overall pick in the draft.
Says they signed up for 60, and that's what you're getting from Shedeur Sanders, rolling to his right, going back across.
Like the announcer's not even embarrassed. They signed up for 60. That's what you get with Shedeur. They're down 33-7 with 3 minutes left in the game. He throws a touchdown pass, basically a garbage pass and garbage time, and that's what you get. He deserves to be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Like, it's just insanity.
To his tight end over the middle, Savell Smalls. Nice adjustment.
End, but they've got some good players coming back in the O-line. Martin will be back. Retzloff will be back.
All right. All the Dion worshiping is absolutely disgusting. His kids are average players. His son Shedeur is a 3rd-round pick. Shiloh is between a 6th and 7th round pick and a priority free agent. Okay, answer me this question. What did Shedeur do in this game against a BYU defense that elevated his team? We're talking about the first overall pick in the NFL draft. If you took Andrew Luck, he was the first overall pick in the draft. A Troy Aikman, first overall pick in the draft. And you put him on a Colorado team. Do you know how much better the Colorado team would be regardless of who is at all the other positions? Shedeur makes them mediocre, just like all the other players. The entire team is mediocre. Shedeur, we're talking about the first overall pick in the NFL draft. You think that he's on an Andrew Luck type level? A Troy Aikman type level? I don't know how high Dan Marino went. That's what we're talking about. Shedeur Sanders is not even Caleb Williams, and we all saw how bad that went this year. Oh, he's already got his Giants cleats picked out. It's just absolutely disgusting. All the Dion Sanders worship from the media, and they think because they're Dion's kids that they deserve to go super high in the draft when they're average players. Shedeur Sanders should not be the first overall pick in the NFL draft. It's absolutely insanity. Insanity. He was horrible against BYU. Absolutely atrocious. If this tape doesn't tell you that not only is he not the number 1 overall pick in the draft, he shouldn't even be a 1st-round pick. I would literally take every single SEC quarterback over Shedeur Sanders. Every single one of them I would take first over Shedeur.